Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today, giving you week 8 of season 5 of the NPL. So last week you may have noticed, why didn't a video go up for the NPL? Well, that was because we had the Token Minority Summer Showdown tournament, and at some point I'll be uploading those, hopefully. I guess we'll see, really. It's at this point actually a week before I leave for college, and so yeah, we're going to see how time works from there, because not to give too many details, but it's going to be a busy semester. So we're going to barely be having enough time to keep up with the NPL, and if we're lucky to have extra time here and there, maybe we'll upload more, but that's TBD. So without further ado, let's just talk about what's going on with week 8. Lots of crazy stuff going on. So yeah, like I said, we elected to take a week off to prepare for the Summer Showdown tournament, which turned out to be really great results for the NPL as a whole, and just a really great day in general for battles and the like. But yeah, so this week we are facing Trev, aka Trev the King, aka 2-time in a row winner of the NPL season tournaments. So he won seasons 3 and 4, beat me in the finals of season 3, and then in season 4, and what was interesting about that, I beat Jolt in the semis for that, then lost to Trev in the finals. In season 4, Jolt beat me in the semifinals, and Trev beat Jolt in the finals. So just some interesting stuff going on there. But this season 5, everything's different now. We will see how things go, and that is very much evident by the results. First off, it's very convenient that Phoenix, Sunkern, and Atlanta Braviarys are right next to each other, so that way I know exactly what mons without adding a bunch of different tabs, blah blah. We don't worry about that right now. So let's look at the standings too. So this is what's interesting. You know, we're number 1 in our division right now, and we probably will be, barring even if I lose, if I get a 2-0 or less, I'll still be number 1 in my division. Actually, not necessarily true, because the LA Nido Kings have not had their 8th battle according to these standings. But either way, if we win this, we'll guaranteed be number 1 for our division. If we win, if we win, we will be ahead of the Atlanta Braviarys, which is interesting because that will put us at number 2 in the entire conference, which just further guarantees a spot for us. Not that we're not in a great, I'm not even going to say great, we're in a decent position right now, but it's definitely not over. We had that unfortunate loss last week, and so we're just trying to make up for it now. But number of reasons why this is interesting. We already talked about how, both of us are pretty darn close here. If I get a 2-0 victory or greater this week, I will be ahead of the Atlanta Braviarys by differential and plus wins losses. But like I said, Atlanta Braviarys have won the tournament of NPL the last 2 seasons, and I faced him during one of those finals, and so it's kind of one of those rematches too. But also, according to the playoff picture currently, if everything stays as is, potentially maybe a couple mix-ups here and there, but pretty close to what it is now, I may have to face the Atlanta Braviarys round 1. So better get cracking now to figure out how to handle his team, and because I might just have to face him in bracket if I make it to bracket. So let's talk about that, because we've got some interesting stuff we have to deal with. Let's talk about it. First off, he has Hoopa U. Crazy strong Pokemon that I'm gonna have to worry about, because it's got amazing diversity and move wise, and it hits really hard. So kind of needless to say, there's no great counters for it, to be honest, naturally. He has Megazard X, which has a couple of different sets, being defensive versus DD, and because of that, it's going to be pretty scary to match up against. Pharaoh is super bulky now, which, that's just a normal thing. But then he has Hippowdon, Stoutland, and Excadrill. He's got a full-on sand team here, and I really have to worry about that. I also have T-Tar of myself, so chances are he's going to be tempted to bring a Sandmon to at least abuse it from my end, or he's just going to bring Hippowdon from his end. He's got Aromatisse, which is definitely a formidable wall that we're going to have to be scared of. The rest of his mons are kind of just offensive stuff, but also Masquerade. You may be wondering, why would you use Masquerade when there's already like this Baton Pass ban, right? Well, the way that works is just banning Baton Pass from like speed boosting Scully, I guess. I'm kind of confused on those rules myself, but long story short, Masquerade is allowed to Baton Pass Quiver Dances. So that's scary, really scary. So that gives a lot of different preparation I need to think about here. Thought about it a little bit before this. Thing is, number one, rocks are going to be pretty good against his team. He's got Zard, he's got Masquerade, and that'll put pressure on his Excadrill because that is the only spinner on his team. Also, he has Fletchinder. And then, of course, rocks are just good because they're good. Problem is, I don't know if I want to run them with Dougie or with Tyranitar. Because I can see Tyranitar being good against his team. I can see Dougie being good against his team. Am I going to bring both? I guess that's potentially possible, but I don't really know. Dougie is good because it traps in Excadrill, barring it being a Shed Shell variant, which I really don't think saying that it's a variant is kind of crazy enough to say. If you hear the cricket, it's just trying to interrupt my recording, so I apologize. But it's just nice because it's a natural trapper, of course. It's going to be able to get Stealth Rocks up, able to EQ Excadrill. It can Toxic Hippowdon, and maybe if I'm feeling edgy, I could even Hidden Power Fire the Ferrothorn. However, that's not going to do nearly as much as it did to that Fortress in, what was it, week 5 maybe? So let's look at this a little bit. Ferrothorn. If we were just, to put 252 in for one reason or another, give it Naive and give it Hidden Power Fire, HP Fire would do 41 to 50. Like, that's definitely not bad. And if I just give it, say, Modest, I'm not going to actually give it Modest, but that's potentially a 2 KO. So if I hit really hard, I might just be able to do it. While Gyro Ball and Power Whip just destroy me, though, I'd like to mention. So I've gotta think about that a lot, because while I can use Dougie, as I'm saying, I can also use Tyranitar, where I'm definitely not thinking of being a choice variant, but perhaps a resist berry variant, so that way I can use Stealth Rock and then have a bunch of cover moves. I could use Fire Punch, I could use Flamethrower in order for Ferrothorn. I could use Crunch to hurt Hoopa U, or just general damage. It's definitely kind of crazy to see how exactly I'm going to handle his team. One thing's for sure, that Hippowdon is going to be living, so I'm a little scared about that. But like I said, Tyranitar has pretty good coverage against his team. I'm thinking of running Shuckaberry if I'm to run any berry, as a lot of his team would like to run EQ Excadrill, Megazard, and Hippowdon. Problem is, with Hippowdon, I'm not going to be able to do anything back anyway. So, like I said, I'm kind of at a struggle here. Maybe I'll just run. I mean, it still wouldn't be offensive Tyranitar unless I ran Fire Punch versus a special move on Tyranitar, because I'm definitely not doing fully special. But perhaps I could do Tyranitar and Dougie. That's definitely not conventional for me, but we're going to start putting some Mons on here and seeing what happens. Kyurem is just good in general, we all know that. Talonflame I've thought a lot about, and Talonflame is going to be very important indeed. let's see here. What other mons can I use? I'm definitely thinking Klefki after I gave you guys that little beginning part. I was definitely thinking about that since. Oh, and then that kind of leaves Mega Blastoise as the last slot because I definitely want to keep hazards away from me as much as possible. So that could very well be the team right here. Exceptions to that include Latios and Sableye. So we just need to think about that a little bit. Are my choices ideal? Are they ideal? The thing about Aromatisse, it's bulky, it's got a good typing, and its ability means I can't taunt it. So I'm kind of in trouble no matter what mons I have to use against it. That's going to be very scary to come up against, especially considering my current team, where there's just not much to hit it with. I mean, Klefki could have Flash Cannon, but that's about it. So that's why I'm kind of at a standstill there. I really would like Mega Blastoise though, because it needs to support Talonflame, unless I want to use Latios, in which case I would have to run Defog. But Defog automatically means that hazard pressure could be neutral on both sides, and hazards are going to hurt him quite a bit, almost as much as me, and that's not necessarily a good thing for either of us. So I guess to start, we need to see what is Mega Blastoise going to do. I think it's going to tank a lot of physical hits. Basically, if Electabuzz is coming in, I'm switching out ASAP. So that's kind of the deal there. I want to take as much hits as possible, as many hits as possible. I don't know if it gets a bug move. If it does happen to get Signal Beam, perhaps that could be worth it. It does get it. I don't know if that gets the boost though. Pokemon's pulse moves. We can look at that. The reason I've Razor Leaf up is because I've been working on a Let's Play thing, just a little preview there. Anyway, I'm trying to look for Mega Launcher. Excuse me? Hello? Why? What? What happened? Please, Bulba. What is happening? Did I just lose everything ever? Hopefully not. By the way, I just downloaded Pokemon Uranium, and that's the first thing that came to my head, like, wait, did it, like, glitch out? No, hopefully. Okay, so all of those moves, including Aura Sphere for some reason. I don't get it, but it's fine. Okay, so going from here, definitely running Rapid Spin, of course, because why wouldn't you? The problem with Signal Beam is it just gives me 2 more options for move choices. I've got to run Scald because it's Scald. And then that leaves Aura Sphere. Is that what I want? Not that that's bad coverage for his team. In fact, there's not much more against his team that I could really run, besides maybe Flash Cannon, but this isn't exactly an offensive Blastoise in the first place, so using it may not be so bad anyway. But just to kill off Hoopa-Yu could be very important with that Signal Beam. We don't know. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna have good bug coverage anyway through U-turn with Talonflame, but I don't really know. Just to also to keep in mind, kind of just want to make sure. But Hoopa-Yu is for some reason I can't think of it right now, but I think it's just Dark Psychic, right? So, not being a ghost, it can't switch out of good old Trap and Dugtrio, Let's make sure it has that, by the way, just in case I use it. But what I was thinking was Shuka with this thing. I was thinking Crunch, Stealth Rock. Now, I have a couple options in regards to this next move, because I was thinking between Superpower and Fire Punch. Chances are I should probably just run Fire Punch. Fire Punch and Stone Edge. Stone Edge because I want to hit that Aromatisse hard. Fire Punch because Ferrothorn and Excadrill. Plus Stone Edge will hit Fletchinder real hard. There's just a bunch of guys that have fighting type moves like Hoopa-Yu and Stoutland that I'm going to be scared of. Gonna be real scared of. I guess I kind of want to OHKO Ferrothorn with Fire Punch. Good luck with that one, cheese. But, we can see. No. Okay, we'll just put this as an example. Fire Punch. Give me that Fire Punch. The 63 to 76.1. F. What if I'm adamant, huh? Does nothing. F. Flamethrower. How does this flamethrower do? 48 to 57, but that's because I'm adamant. What if I'm brave? Flamethrower does a lot of it. And that's with no investment. If I did have investment, that would do a lot. That's a lot of investment too. What if he's sassy? Is that the same thing as plus Spadef for that last nature? I don't know. Again, I don't really think I'm going to be using speed on this, so it's probably going to be a mixture of defense and attack. How much attack do I want? That is the question. This is not going to stay in on Hoopa, so I don't care about that. I guess I want a guaranteed 2-hit KO Pharaoh. That's what I've settled with. We want to do at least 53 to Pharaoh. OU support to Pharaoh. Fire Punch. 53 if we have no attack investment and we're relaxed. That's kind of solid. But what if he's this? No, not 300 EVs, but in fact, bold. Yeah, how about that? Do 47. How much does 100 do? Not enough. Go up. Okay. 148. We need 148 EVs. The rest can go in HP and defense, because we want to take EQs and Iron Heads and stuff. Minus Spatak, because we're not using that. Ooh, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, ooh, Flamethrower could be spicy. You know what I'm saying? Because that way, like, it gets stronger. We can avoid that contact to move. Fire Blast. Fire Blast hurts so bad and 0 Spatak, man. That's 0 Spatak. We're never gonna guarantee OHKO, but like, it does so much. Naturally. There's no reason not to run minus speed and then put Fire Blast. We're gonna hit, I promise. And by that I mean hopefully. So Excadrill, like, because this is a legitimate situation where Excadrill might try to kill me off with Earthquake, or just think, oh, I don't have a switch in, and press Earthquake. So then I'll be like, ha, Fire Blast, and he's dead. But never does it kill. Never, never, never. How much do I want to do? Like, honestly, I want to do exactly that much, but that's not going to happen because that's a lot of EVs. Let's do 100, I guess. So is this what we want? Probably something along these lines. Probably. It's a decent amount of attack. Do I really need that much attack though? That's the next question. We want to hurt Aromatisse, remember. Are you defensive? Stone Edge is 34 to 40 with this attack investment. F. What if we're adamant? And we do slightly more. We don't hit that hard. We don't hit hard like we used to. Whatever, let's keep it like this. I'm getting tired, man. I'm fine with this set. That's good. That's beautiful. Return in that Swords Dance. Yeah, we're doing that. Talonflame's naturally really fierce. We would just like to make sure that we outspeed what? Excadrill? So what does Excadrill hit? Oh, you Sand Rush. That's adamant. Just in case, we'll make sure if it's a jolly 302. So we want to hit 303. 303. There it is. Rest can go in HP. And we want odd HP. So boom. Simple as that. Actually, I don't want to risk any attack investment, so I'm going to do a little bit in defense. There. Amazing. I like that. I like that. Tyranitar and Kyurem. No, Latios and Kyurem. Our Dragon Core. What are we doing with them? Because I want Ironhead to hurt Aromatisse in the case that I need to. Give Ironhead real quick just to see how much it does. Versus Aromatisse. 41 to 49 if it's hasty. Life Orb. Does at least 50 if it's max attack. This Aromatisse, I'm telling you, it's gonna be so annoying. Like, not even Life Orb hits it hard enough for me to feel good. I can't see Scarf being that good against his team. Because the combination of Outrage not being working by Ferrothorn and Aromatisse could suck. Hidden Power Fire to Ferrothorn could be like everything's ruined in regards to predicting and blah blah. There's just a lot of really good moves that it could run as well. Before I forget about it, I'm just thinking of this and I want to do it as long as it gets the next move. Please? No. No, 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 no. No! I wanted to eat up a Hyperspace Fury and then retaliate with Bug Move. But that's not gonna happen. Fury Cutter. If only. Why can't I have a better Bug Move? Why? That's upsetting. Actually upsetting. Does it get any fire moves other than Hidden Power Fire? It sure don't look like it. Sucks. It's got Sunny Day. I was thinking of running a Dragon Dance variant, which could hurt like all of his team except for like Ferrothorn. And that'd suck then. How does it do slightly more? Drain Punch? Are they not the same base power? What? I don't understand. It's gotta be a glitch. Whatever. Why not? Because Choice Specs Ice Beam to Ferrothorn, which is gonna be a safe move always. Might not do a KO. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. But then he's gonna like, no, I have HP Fire. There's my uranium that I didn't mean to show right now. Ah, the struggle, the struggle, the struggle, 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 struggle. This is such a long recording. I am struggling so hard, man. I wanna go to bed. It's 4:22. Don't blaze it. Probably gonna protect on Ferrothorn anyway. Ice Berm. But nothing comes in for free anyway. Nothing comes free on a Choice Specs Ice Beam. Look at his team. Who comes in for free? No one. Actually, no one. That's insane. If I really need it, what's going to be the most useful? I have so much fire coverage already. Why can't I just be edgy and run Hidden Power Bug? Because I'll probably go to Klefki anyway, that's probably why. Hidden Power Fire it is. Okay. Well, this looks like everything. I'll let y'all know if I come up with any changes, but that's looking like the team. Today is now Thursday morning. I'll let you know on Saturday when we're having this battle. See you guys then. Okay, y'all, it's time for our week 8 battle versus Trev. Just gotta search for him real quick, actually. Trev the King, as he said. Let's give him the PK face first. Check our team one more time. I've had quite a few times that I've been working with this team, actually. Over the course of OU the past couple of days, and I've had mixed reviews, but the last battle I just had made me feel like, yeah, everything I put into this team should be worth it. Remember, this is a pretty big deal in regards to the results of this. So, oh yeah, he does have Uber. He does have an Ubermon being Hoopa Unbound, so I'm gonna put that in Ubers real quick. Not versus Vandal, no sir. Hey, let me give me. Why? What is? Hello. There we go. Only have a couple of Ubers teams, so here we go. Whew. Time to battle. And the thing is, when you're making teams, you're trying to prep them for OU, and sometimes you'll lose to certain things. That's totally fine, unless it's one of the things that you're prepping against. Like if I'm facing Keldeo, and I'm like, I have issues with Keldeo. I don't need to worry about that because I'm not gonna face a Keldeo. I have to make sure to face what I'm facing. A couple of things. It's nice that he brought both Hoopa and Pharaoh, because at the very least I'm going to try to handle those as best as I can. I'm surprised you didn't bring Megazard. Whatever happens after this, especially if he loses, I imagine he's going to try bringing it next time. So, of course I have a number of options to start with. I definitely see Blastoise as being a good option. It's good against Hippo, Pharaoh, or Excadrill if he decides to bring any of those in to get rocks immediately. Because I have the mixture of Scald or Aurasphere. I can't imagine him bringing an Aromatisse first, but if he does, that's honestly fine by me, kind of. I mean, I still have to... That Hippos needs some damage on it, one way or another, so I've got to be careful about that. He might think my Klefki has Magnet Rise, that's definitely a thought too. But he does have a Spinner and Excadrill at probably, and Rocker in one of those three as well. So Tyranitar is going to be an interesting mon against him. I don't see it going to be too useful, maybe against Pharaoh actually. But other than that, I imagine just Drain Punch from like Hoopa U is going to hurt a lot a bit. So with that said, I should also be gauging damage on how much Kyurem does to his team, because Specs Ice Beam is really good. So with that said, let's start with Blastoise and get the game going from there. So he starts with Stoutland. I have little reason not to press Aura Sphere here, I'd say. I don't want to wild... I mean, he might wild charge me, but I'm fully Fizz Def, so I should definitely live. They don't even put wild charge on this. What is that? What is this about? Let's just replace Crunch for now. Wild charge. Adamant Choice Band versus Mega Blastoise. I just want to do this because I want to see if it's like Worst Staying in and all that kind of stuff, you know? Do we have Aura Sphere on here? No, we don't. Of course not, because we need to waste as much time as possible. 252, I think I'm Impish. I think. What if I'm Bold? Does that change the damage? Makes me stronger. I imagine I'm Bold then. Sorry for wasting y'all's time. Yeah, I'm Bold. So Bold does 78 to 92. Wild Charge is going to do about half to me if he's banded. I mean, I'm max HP still, but because of that, he's going to be taking a lot of recoil too, so Aura Sphere should kill in return. So we're going to see how that goes. He doesn't even go first. Huh? Okay. I didn't expect that. However, from this range, Aura Sphere did what? It did 71. That means that in some way his Stoutland might have HP investment? That might have just been an average roll. Either way, Scald will kill from this range, so why don't we press the Scald button as he loses Stoutland. Okay, interesting. That was one of his potential sweepers, so, and by sweeper I mean not like a setup mon or anything, but it could have helped for sure. I wonder what this Aromatisse is going to do, because I mean that could be a sweeper in itself actually too. So you got to be careful about that. My first thoughts with this is going into Klefki and depending on his move choice, maybe setting up a spike. We're gonna have to see, but that's something I'm thinking right now. Can't imagine him moonblasting right off the bat, that's for sure. What kind of coverage does this thing get? I didn't even think of the chance of Aromatisse being offensive, but I better think of it now, because it could be scary. What kind of moves does it get? It gets Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast, Gyro Ball, of course. Maybe HP Rock. It gets Thunderbolt, so actually doesn't need that if he's more offensive. You could have Hidden Power, Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, and Moonblast, really. With that said, I think should go into Klefki to do some scouting. So let's do that. If he makes a play here, good for him, but we'll see. Yeah, so like I said, he may have been a Calm Mind variant, as he is. So Thunderbolting for sure. Gonna see what kind of damage that does. We can go from there. See if he tries a coverage move on me or anything special. But okay, so that's nice. That's nice. Just to get that off real quick. How much? I want to see if I can bring in Kyurem Black safely on this thing. Are you defensive? He's +1 now. He's ready to set up. I'm telling you, this Klefki is magical, that it just paralyzes as soon as it lands the T-Wave. From there, it's a little bit debatable when things are going to happen, but yeah. So, I have a decent amount of bulk from what I remember. on this thing. I know I'm pretty sure I can import. Pretty sure I can import this exact set onto Showdown. So let's try that. Let's try that. Import. Nice. Okay. Did I do it right? No? What the heck? It says it's imported. This is a lie. For a second I saw those. I saw the IVs and I thought it was my actual EV investment. Thankfully it is not. Anyway, I have 248 HP. I am modest, I think. Is that what it says? Yeah. Sorry I'm taking my time here. Hopefully he's not putting on the timer on me. No. Good. I apologize for this, Trev, but I've got to make sure about everything I'm doing. 248. So I have no speed investment. I am choice specs. I have Ice Beam. I also want to make sure I have that Flash Cannon in there because that could hurt him. That could be a 2 KO. However, his +1 could kill me with the Moonblast if he has max investment. But we don't know. We don't know about that yet. So we're going to have to be careful with that. But again, he can carry Thunderbolt. He can certainly carry Thunderbolt, and I've got to be careful about that. Tyranitar hits pretty hard too, I imagine. I don't know if he's going to have Aromatherapy. We're going to have to figure that one out. Yeah, that's kind of going to be the name of the game here. There's no way he's going to Moonblast here. So I see a lot of reason of just going immediately into Kyurem, pressing Flash Cannon, and going from there. He decides a Trick Room. Very interesting. So this Moonblast could very well kill here. If he has max investment. Okay, so let's think about this. He has Trick Room and Calm Mind. He's got to have Moonblast. Is his last move maybe Wish? But this is working out for him for sure right now. Because I'm a little scared. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I think we gotta go back into Clefmeister. This is not good. Because he can call Mind again, and then I'm in a precarious situation for sure. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We could go into Tyranitar to take a T-Bolt, but then we risk not being able to take an Earthquake later. Or we can go to Talonflame, which he might just T-Bolt anyway, and that's not good. So, phew. I don't like it. I don't like what's going on here. He might just, like I said, he might just Calm Mind. It may just be more worth it to get damage on with Tyranitar to just Stone Edge, hope for the best, and kind of go from there. This is definitely scary. Didn't think it would be this scary because I didn't really think about it, but it did a lot of damage. Did a lot of damage for sure. Doodaloo. Wow, sorry guys. Sorry for not having the exact thought right now of what I need to do, but I think I'm gonna go into Tyranitar. See if he has a good coverage move, see if he just T-Waves. Yeah, he does have T-Bolt. And he gets the para. This could be really bad. Alright, hold on. Aromatisse is buffeted by the Sandstorm. But he doesn't have leftovers to recover that. So that's another interesting point. So he doesn't have Lum, he doesn't have leftovers. I don't know what that item is. But we can try to Stone Edge here. That's fine. I'm very fine with that because now we can try to Fire Blast and hope for the best. If he switches out to Scout, good for him, but that really sucks. Oh, he misses. He might think I'm trying to get my rocks off. Who knows? But That could have been amazing because... Oh, please. Yes. Thank the Lord. Okay, he does have Akaberry. What to do here? What to do? Could just get up rocks here. Because Gyro's not going to do anything. What was he thinking? Come on, dude. Really? No, I mean, I T-waved him too. But, I mean, his Thunder paralyzing was not exactly intentional. So, let's keep that in mind. Like, I'm paralyzed, so that's why Gyro Ball's especially not doing a lot. I mean, he outspeeds me. There's a reason Gyro Ball's not doing a lot right now. Okay. He brings in the beast. I don't like this. He could very well have Drain Punch, and we could be in for a time of our lives. Man, that kind of just sucks from combination of moves there, because I have no idea what his Hoopa is now. Like, if he's Scarf, I could still save this. Like, should I go into Klefki? Is it worth it? I think Klefki's not that great anyway right now because it doesn't handle Excadrill at all. It can get up a Spike, but it T-waved Aromatisse, and that's basically all it could do because everything else I can't really do anything to. So Klefki's goal is kind of here now. Yeah, he decides to Drain Punch. We don't know his item. Don't know his item. I could T-wave here. I could set up a Spike. I feel like the T-wave is obvious. I have 3 good options here, honestly. I could T-wave, slow down his Hoopa in the case that it's Scarf, set up a Spike, that's guaranteed damage, puts pressure on his Excadrill, or I could just Foul Play, predicting the Excadrill. I think my best play at the end of the day is Spiking. Maybe T-waving. Might just be a T-wave. But he could just bring in Excadrill. Whew! Man, I'm just scared of this Hoopa for sure. I don't like it here. I don't like its existence. I mean, I still have Latias, so I'm not all too worried about it. Because, I mean, I have Colbur for a variety of reasons. So let's get up that Spike. See if he's Scarf. See if he's not. Simple as that. I mean, if he's not Scarf, I can easily bring in Talon. However, obviously, I would have to pay the exchange of taking half my life away instantly. So, obviously don't like that all too much. All we know is he has Drain Punch. Chances are he has Hyperspace Fury. But, yeah, don't really know from here. All we know is he has one sweeper in the name of Aromatisse. And that's about it. Haven't seen his Hippowdon, haven't seen his Excadrill. His Pharaoh has been pretty much nullified, which is nice. I guess he really wasn't expecting that Fire Blast. Glad I hit though, so I could get rid of that. So if I can actually bring in T-Tar on his Pharaoh, which is interesting. But yeah, like I said, I think this is my best play. Set up a Spike, put pressure on his Excadrill. Yeah, I see no quandaries with that. Because then, if he decides to kill off Klefki, easily bring in Blastoise. I have full authority to be like, okay, I can Scald you here and you'll die. And that would really suck for him. Yeah, like I said, he goes for the drill. I don't know his item. Don't know his item. But I think Foul Play is the best move here. I think that's the best move. Because I don't have a fair switch-in, no matter what kind of move he goes for here. So let's just Foul Play. Yeah, he decides to spin. I am perfectly fine with that. Get off a wee bit of damage, not all too much. When he came in, Pointed Stones. Okay, so it doesn't say he broke the mold, so therefore he is Sand Rush, as would be expected. And I can lay up a Spike guaranteed. Like, he's always going to be in that position, and then I get to kill something off, most likely. So that's kind of my predicament. And the main predicament being, do I keep Klefki? Do I keep Kleffels? I really think just setting up a spike here as suicide is fine. Yeah, this is totes Magoats fine. Obviously not banded, he switched up his moves. Excadrill versus let's see here. If he's bulky, considering my Klefki went for foul play, it does 31 to 37. So I either got a max roll on him being max HP with no attack investment, which I would find obscure considering he has Sand Rush, or I got a really low roll. But take Blastoise. Even if I'm offensive, he's not going to kill me with Earthquake. Unless he has like Ground Plate. Could have that. Or whatever that plate is called. I don't know what it's called. What's it freaking called? I just want to see. I just want to see in the case that, like, you know, could be a factor. Plate, Earth Plate. Whatever. Ground Plate, Earth Plate, same thing. Even then, I shouldn't. At 49 to 60, I'm at 65 currently. Also, this is not factoring in my defense, so I'm gonna do that at this point because there's no reason not to. Bold. 65 minus 12 means I will be at 65 minus 12 means 53, which means I can't die. I can't die. Bring in the Stoice. This is fine. This is fine. Perhaps I could have brought in Latios, but I feel like this is a fine play. I should just be able to Scald here. Who got up rocks on his side? Ferrothorn. Okay. But again, I think this is fine to just Scald here, put pressure on him. Just this exchange going on here. If I really wanted to, perhaps I have a chance to get rocks out of here, but I don't think that's going to be the case. What? He's really giving me the opportunity to spin here. I mean, I'm going to take it. Right? He doesn't have leftovers. I'm going to spin. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to. He gets parried, that sucks. Definitely sorry about that. But I mean, we've had an exchange of hacks at this point, so it's kind of indifferent. I could go immediately into Kyurem. And then just press Specs Flash Cannon, and that'll hurt a lot of things. But may he just predict that? He could. I feel like he could. Does Aromatisse get like legitimate recovery other than Wish? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it does get Wish. For a second I was even like, does he have it? Also, how fast is Aromatisse? Pretty sure it's like slow AF. So probably slower than T-Tar. It's gotta be slower than T-Tar. Right. Right. That's 94. That's 94. And I am 142. Yes. So I mean, like I said, I can Specs Flash Cannon. I like saying that for some reason. Could just sack this off here. Could just sack this off. And I think, at the end of the day, if he's going to Moonblast me, if he's going to try to predict my Kyurem, yeah, there we go. All of that worry for little reason. Gotta keep Talonflame alive. Gotta keep him alive. I don't think there's a reason not to press Specs Ice Beam at this point. I think that's more than necessary. Tyranitar, no, because like Stone Edge. Talonflame, he can bring in Hippowdon, and I need to keep this thing healthy under every single circumstance. Doesn't matter what it is. I mean, Pharaoh already showed rocks, so I don't think that's an issue, but I really think I should just go cure him. I want to make sure though. Cure him? Why isn't there a choice specs for this? Like, why? I just want a choice specs set. And I am modest. Like, I am powerful. Ice Beam. To an Aromatisse. What? No, not Aaron. No, no. Oh, and that's Scarf. I was like, that's not really doing that much damage. But yeah, choice specs. 62 to 73. Okay. What if he's sassy? What if he's sassy? You know, just in case. Ice Beam does 43 to 51. It's at 46. That's if he's max Spadef. Who does that? No one. Insane people, that too, if anything. Even if he's max HP. If he's max HP, I like kill for eons. Flash Cannon should not be a play that I need to worry about. Good. I get the crit, unless he's Spadef. Unless he's Spadef, Calm Mind, Trick Room, I don't think that mattered. Now I need to think about this. Mega Blastoise could have handled these two mons, and really that too, but it's dead. It's dead. As is Klefki, so I can't T-Wave this monster that could be Scarf. Again, that doesn't necessarily matter though, considering I have Talonflame, but I need to be careful on handling that thing too. Okay, what? I mean, I'm Specs. There's no way. There's no way. I'm like really questioning everything right now because of this. Ice Beam, Specs, even to a max Spadef, Sassy Ferrothorn, does 42. I don't care if you have Protect, you are dying. Yeah. Okay, that only leaves Hippowdon and Hoopa. Granted, this is kind of important. This is kind of important because this is my best means of handling Hippowdon at this point. Like, also Latias, sure, but like, if he's Spadef or something and we go into like this toxic war, that could be bad. He might just Drain Punch here, he might. But I don't think it's worth risking. Like, also, I mean, Drain Punch and Hyperspace Fury do the same damage. Hoopa. Hoopa, Hoopa. Say's Choice Scarf. I definitely don't kill. I have 248 HP. Drain Punch doesn't kill. Drain Punch won't kill if it's Bandit. Keep that in mind, too. I'm so indifferent right now. I want to Ice Beam. Okay. Okay, he Trick Rooms too. Interesting. Interesting. He's not Life Orb though. He's not Life Orb. We already know that. Okay. I really think this means I win at this point. Because, I mean, I just need to play it out exactly as I want to. And wins are always more important than differential. Now we know he's definitely not choiced. Talonflame is essential to winning. Okay. He cannot pass recovery to Hoopa. From Hippowdon to Hoopa. Talonflame is so important. Now we know he's a slow Hoopa too, so we'll outspeed everything. I should be able to kill him, and he shouldn't be able to kill me under any circumstance. However, I don't like things happening. That could be really... Because he also could just bring in a Powdon and, like, get enough damage on me after Sandstorm and Earthquake that I may just die. Maybe. Maybe. It shouldn't be the case, but maybe. With that said, Kyurem being my win condition, I cannot risk it just staying in right now, I don't think. Gosh, I hate everything. I like Latios. I don't want T-Tar to come in because it'll give him so much HP back. And I can't go directly into Talonflame because that's my thing. That's what wins. Oh, really at a standstill. Nothing's going to kill me though. Not even a crit. Right? Like, what if he's adamant? Adamant Drain Punch to cure him. I have 248 HP. No defense. That can't possibly kill me. Ice Beam. Okay, he Hyperspace Furies. Get the crit. Obviously doesn't matter. You saw that damage. Like I said, the thing that worries me right now is if he can just like Stone Edge me and then I die. Because that could happen. That could happen. I'm not letting it happen. I'm not about to lose to this thing because of that. I just can't have that happen. Stone Edge, just 34 to 41 if he's standard. If he is not standard, 43 to 51. If he's max attack impish, that could be a thing. I'm not playing the game. Okay, he Stone Edge and he missed. Could have died there, but alas. I'm gonna Calm Mind. If he has Curse, fine. Because I have this. Let's Calm Mind one more time. He misses Stone Edge again. That sucks, but like I have Specs Ice. That does a lot, but we end up winning the game. Holy jeez. GG, man. It was moderately hacksy for sure. But gosh, we did it. Took a good amount of thought, but we were able to do this. Okay. Took a bit of analysis. He had some questionable plays, but at the end of the day, it worked out for me. That's very nice. That's an important battle to win for sure. Sorry for how long that was. I just had to be very careful about this. Like I said, like I've trying to have been stressing. It's an important battle. So I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys for continuing weeks from here, and see you guys next time. Like, comment, sub. Until later. Peace.